Hi, this is Shay Jackson with Hype Math. In today's video, we will be going over the Getting Ready for 7th Grade Math, Geometry and Measurement, Independent Practice sections. In order to follow along, there will be links in the description box where you can purchase a digital copy or a hard copy of this workbook. Let's get started. The first section we will be going over is customary units of length. The student is given a problem where they have to convert from one unit of measurement to another. So for the first problem, we have 7 feet is equal to how many inches? As our hint, we have 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. In order to find out how many inches in a foot, or 7 feet, we multiply 7 feet times 12 inches over 1 feet. So let's stop here. Whenever we are converting from one unit of measurement to another, one of the things we need to do that's very important is to cancel out the measurement we are converting from. Since 7 feet, if we put it in fraction form is in the numerator, the 1 foot has to be in the denominator so that the feet can be canceled out. Once we cancel those out, we multiply 7 times 12, and that is equal to 84 inches. So 7 feet is equal to 84 inches. Let's move on to our next problem. 180 inches is equal to blank yards. For our conversion, we are going to use 36 inches is equal to 1 yard. In order to find out our answer, we are going to multiply 180 inches times 1 yard over 36 inches. Again, we put the inches in the denominator so that we can eliminate the unit of measurement we are converting from. Once we cancel out our units of measurement, we have 180 over 36, which means we need to divide. 180 divided by 36 is equal to 5 yards. So 180 inches is equal to 5 yards. Let's move to our next question. 9 yards is equal to how many feet? For our conversion, we need to use 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. We are going to multiply 9 yards times 3 feet over 1 yard, because again, we need to make sure we cancel out our unit of measurement. We are left with 9 times 3. 9 times 3 is equal to 27. So 9 yards is equal to 27 feet. For our next problem, we are converting 3 miles into how many feet? We know that 1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet. In order to convert to feet, we are going to multiply 3 miles times 5,280 feet over 1 mile, again, eliminating our unit of measurement we're converting from, which is our miles, and we are left with 3 miles times 5,280 feet. That is equal to 15,840 feet. That is a lot of feet. Moving on to our next problem. 252 inches is equal to how many feet? 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. So go ahead and write down, what do you think we need to do in order to convert 252 inches into feet? If you said multiply 1 feet over 12 inches, you are correct, okay? So we cancel out our inches. In our numerator, we have 252. In our denominator, we have 12. When we divide, we are left with 21. So 252 divided by 12 is equal to 21. That means 252 inches is equal to 21 feet. For this next section, we are given a unit of measurement. We have 84 inches and 5 feet. And what we're trying to find out is if this is greater than, less than, or equal to. So what we're going to do is convert inches to feet, okay? We know that 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. When we convert 84 inches times 1 foot over 12 inches, we divide 84 by 12, and that is equal to 7, so 7 feet. 84 inches converts to 7 feet. So 7 feet is greater than 5 feet. Another way we can say it is 84 inches is greater than 5 feet. Let's look at another problem similar to this one. We have 2 miles and we're trying to find out if it's greater than, less than, or equal to 3,830 yards. Well, 1 mile is equal to 1,760 yards, and we need to convert the miles to yards, or we are going to convert the miles to yards to figure out which one is which inequality sign we need to use, the greater than, the equal to, or the less than sign. When we convert, we are going to multiply 2 miles times 1,760 yards over 1 mile. We cross out the mile, the unit of measurement, miles, and we are left with 2 times 1,760, and that is equal to 3,520 yards. So, in looking at both of our measurements, we can see that 2 miles is actually less than 3,830 yards because 3,520 yards, which is what we converted to, is less than 3,830 yards. Let's look at one more problem. 3 feet, and we have 36 inches. Is it greater than, equal to, or less than? 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. Do this one on your own, and let's check and see if you got it correct. If you said that they are equal to, you are correct. When we convert 3 feet to 36 inches, we multiply 3 feet times 12 inches over 1 foot. Again, canceling out the feet, we are left with 3 times 12, and that's equal to 36 inches. 36 inches is equal to 36 inches. That will conclude our independent practice section over the customary units of measurement for length. Let's move to the customary units of measurement, the customary units of weight independent practice. For our first question, we have 3 pounds is equal to how many ounces? 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. Can you tell me how many ounces is in 3 pounds? If you said 48, you are correct. 3 pounds times 16 ounces over 1 pound, We cancel out our pounds, and we have 3 times 16, which is 48. So 3 pounds is equal to 48 ounces. Let's move to our next question. 4 tons is equal to how many pounds? For our conversion, 1 ton is equal to 2,000 pounds. So how would we set this problem up in order to find out how many 4 tons is equal to how many pounds? What would be in our numerator? What would we have in our denominator? If you said 1 ton would be in our denominator and 2,000 pounds will be in our numerator, you are correct. So we have 4 tons times 2,000 pounds over 1 ton. We cancel out our tons, and we have 4 times 2,000, which is equal to 8,000. So 4 tons is equal to 8,000 pounds. Let's move to our next problem. 2 tons is equal to how many ounces? Oh, this is a good one, because actually we need to do 2 conversions, okay? We have to do 2 conversions. First, we have to go from tons to pounds, and then from pounds to ounces. Let's take a look. All right, here we go. This is a good one. So, like we said earlier, we have to convert from tons to pounds and then pounds to ounces. So, first we have 2 tons times 2,000 pounds over 1 ton. We cancel out our tons, and then we multiply 16 ounces over 1 pound. If you notice, we canceled out our tons and we're able to cancel out our pounds. So we have 2 times 2,000 times 16. When we multiply those together, that is equal to 64,000. Sorry about that. I had to get some water. That is equal to 64,000 ounces. So 2 tons is equal to 64,000 ounces. We did it. Let's move to our next problem. 10 pounds is equal to how many ounces? For our conversion, we are going to use 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. When we set up our problem, we have 10 pounds times 16 ounces over 1 pound. We cancel out our pounds, and we have 10 times 16. 10 times 16 is equal to 160, so 10 pounds is equal to 160 ounces. This concludes the independent practice section of customary units of weight. Let's move on to customary units of capacity. Stay with me, you're doing great. For our first problem, we have 3 pints is equal to how many fluid ounces? Here's another problem where we have to do 2 conversions, okay? Because we have to first convert from pints to cups and then from cups to fluid ounces. We know that 1 pint is equal to 2 cups and 1 cup is equal to 8 fluid ounces. Let's see how that would be set up. Okay, again, we have 3 pints times 2 cups over 1 pint, and also we are going to multiply 8 fluid ounces over 1 cup. We're able to cancel out our pints, and also we are able to cancel out our cups because, again, 3 pints is in the numerator, 1 pint is in the denominator. We cancel those out. We see that 2 cups is in the numerator, 1 cup is in the denominator. Cancel those cups out. and we have 3 times 2 times 8. 3 times 2 times 8 is equal to 48. So 3 pounds is equal to 48 fluid ounces. Let's move to our next question. 3 quarts is equal to how many pints? Okay, 3 quarts is equal to how many pints? Oh, I realized it should have been 1 pint. Sorry about that, guys. It should be 1 quart is equal to 2 pints. My mistake. But we can continue on with the problem, okay? So 3 quarts times 2 pints over 1 quart. We cancel out our quarts, and we have 3 times 2 is equal to 6. So 3 quarts is equal to 6 pints. Again, 3 quarts is equal to 6 pints. Let's move on to our next problem. 6 cups is equal to how many fluid ounces? Well, for our conversion, we need to have 1 cup is equal to 8 fluid ounces. This one is correct. 1 cup is equal to 8 fluid ounces. We set up our conversion. 6 cups times 8 fluid ounces over 1 cup. And again, I just wanted to mention, when you are converting, make sure that you have your units of measurements that you are converting from, you have them in a position where you can cancel it out. So since our 6 cups is in the numerator and our 1 cup is in the denominator, we can cancel out our cups. We are left with 6 times 8, which is 48. So 6 cups is equal to 48 fluid ounces. Let's move to our next question. 1 gallon is equal to how many pints? Ooh, we have another double conversion, okay? In order to go from gallons to pints, we first convert from gallons to quarts, and then from quarts to pints, okay? First, we convert from gallons to quarts, and then quarts to pints. Let's look at how we will set that up. We have 1 gallon times 4 quarts over 1 gallon times 2 pints over 1 quart. We are able to cancel out our gallons and also cancel out our quarts. Now we have 1 times 4 times 2. That is equal to 8. So 1 gallon is equal to 8 pints. All right, let's move to our next question. 7 gallons is equal to how many quarts? In order to convert, we need to use 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts. Again, we are converting 7 gallons into how many quarts? We need to use 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts. When we set this problem up, we have 7 gallons times 4 quarts over 1 gallon, because again, we need to make sure we are able to cancel out the unit of measurement we are converting from. Now we have 7 times 4, which is 28. So 7 gallons is equal to 28 quarts. Again, 7 gallons is equal to 28 quarts. Let's move to our next problem. We have 7 gallons is equal to how many cups? 7 gallons is equal to how many cups? And now we have to have 3 conversions, okay? So in order to convert from gallons to cups, we first have to convert gallons to quarts, then quarts to pints, and then pints to cups. We can do it. Let's look at how it be set up. we are going to multiply 7 gallons times 4 quarts over 1 gallon times 2 pints over 1 quart times 2 cups over 1 pint. And as you can see, we are able to cancel out our gallons, cancel out our quarts, and cancel out our pints, and the only unit of measurement we have left is cups. So we multiply 7 times 4 times 2 times 2, and that is equal to 112. So 7 gallons is equal to 112 cups. Great job. This will conclude our section for converting for capacity. Now we will move to our graphing points in the coordinate plane. And again, for the problems that we're showing here, there are review sections and also a guided practice section to prepare you to be able to answer the independent practice questions. In our question, it says write the ordered pair and quadrant for the following points. So we have our coordinate plane and we are looking for the ordered pairs for the cake wheel, the letter B, K, and also the dunking booth. As well as the ordered pair, we also need to tell what quadrant it's in. So let's take a moment to look. And each point is highlighted. So we see where the cake wheel is. And remember, for ordered pairs, you have the X first and then the Y. We can see our B, what's the ordered pair, what quadrants it's in. Also for the letter K. And also for the dunking booth. Let's take a look at our answers. You ready? Okay. Looking at the cake wheel first, we know we look at our x-axis. Remember, it's x-axis first, then y. So we have 5, 4. And that is in quadrant 1. If you got that one correct, good job. Let's look at the letter B. For the letter B, our ordered pair is -1, 1, and that's in quadrant 2. For the letter K, our ordered pair is 6, -2, and that's in quadrant 4. And for the dunking booth, our ordered pair is 0, -5, and there is no quadrant. Why? Because it's actually on the y-axis, okay? Whenever there's a point on the x or the y-axis, then it's not in a quadrant. If you got all of these correct, good job. If not, just take time to look at the problem again so that you can understand how we got these answers. Now we will be moving to finding the area of rectangles, parallelograms, trapezoids, and triangles. To find the area of the triangle, we use our formula. Area is equal to base times height divided by 2. We know that our base is 9 and our height is equal to 8. Let's plug in those values and see what our area is equal to for this triangle. All right, so we substitute in our values for 9 and 8. 9 times 8 is equal to 72. 72 divided by 2 is equal to 36. So the area of this triangle is 36. Let's move to our next question. Find the area of the trapezoid where base 1 is equal to 3 inches, base 2 is equal to 7 inches, and the height is equal to 4 inches. So in this problem, we are going to our formula is area is equal to half base 1 plus base 2 times height. Again, our base 1 is equal to 3 inches, base 2 is equal to 7 inches, and our height is equal to 4 inches. When we substitute in our values, we have 3 plus 7, which is equal to 10. We multiply that by 4, and that'll be 40. So it'll be 1/2 times 40, or 40 over 2. We know that 40 divided by 2 is equal to 20. So our area for this trapezoid is equal to 20 inches squared. Just going over it one more time, we substitute in the values for our bases, base 1 plus base 2, that's equal to 10. We multiply by our height, which is 4, and we divide that total by 2. 40 divided by 2 is equal to 20, so our area is equal to 20 inches squared. This concludes the area of finding the area of triangles, parallelograms, trapezoids, and rectangles. Let's move to our next section, finding the volume of right rectangular prisms. Our first question says, find the volume of the rectangular prism where the length is equal to 4 centimeters, the width is equal to 3 centimeters, and the height is equal to 8 centimeters. The formula to find the volume of the rectangular prism is volume is equal to length times width times height. When we substitute in our values, we have 4 centimeters times 3 centimeters times 8 centimeters. When we multiply all of those values together, that is equal to 96. 4 times 3 is 12, then 12 times 8 is equal to 96. So the volume of this rectangular prism is 96 cubic centimeters, okay? The volume is equal to 96 cubic centimeters. Let's move to our next problem. Find the volume of the rectangular prism, and we have a rectangular prism is shown. Our length is 7 inches, our width is 2 inches, and our height is equal to 5 inches. Do you remember the formula for the volume of a rectangular prism? Yes, its volume is equal to length times width times height. Let's see what our answer is once we substitute in those values. We have 7 inches times 2 inches times 5 inches. 7 times 2 is 14, times 5 is equal to 70. I made another mistake, guys. Instead of cubic centimeters, it actually should be cubic inches. Sorry about that. So volume is equal to 70 cubic inches. That was our last problem. You did it. Thank you so much for sticking around until the end of the video. Again, in order to follow along, I want to tell you about our sale. All Getting Ready for 7th Grade Reading and Math books are on sale, $3.99 for the digital copy to immediately download, and the hard copy is $12.99, and it ships within 2 to 3 business days in the U.S. only. Thank you so much. This has been Shay Jackson. Talk to you soon.